Hello, have you ever worn a mink fur coat worth thousands of dollars? If so, leave a 1 in the comments after watching this video. I'm sure you won't dare wear any mink fur coat after watching it. The mink farming industry is gradually becoming an intriguing secret for modern farmers. With the goal of harvesting soft and shiny fur, these farms are not just places for raising animals, but are designed like a miniature paradise specifically for minks. Farmers understand that to achieve optimal fur quality, minks must live in an environment that closely resembles nature. That's why the enclosures are built spaciously, with trees, free paths, and even simulating their natural foraging habits. Instead of confining the minks in small spaces, modern farms allow them to move freely, which helps reduce stress and improve health. The environmental conditions are also carefully controlled, as if attending to every single hair. The temperature in the enclosures is maintained at an ideal range of 20 to 28 degrees Celsius, with stable humidity levels between 60 to 80%. Minks are omnivores, but their diet needs to be balanced between fruits, meat, and certain types of nuts. To ensure that the minks develop well and their fur reaches high quality, farms often provide high-protein foods such as fresh meat, eggs, and vitamin-rich fruits. These are not just dry numbers, but are the key to creating an environment where minks feel at home. In these ideal conditions, the mink's fur not only grows thicker, but also tends to shed naturally, making the harvesting process easier and more friendly. Do you think what's described above is true? Well, you're mistaken. Those were methods of farming hundreds of years ago, before mink fur was considered a luxury fashion item. In countries like China, Finland, and Denmark, the world's largest mink fur producers, industrial mink farming has grown significantly to meet the high demand from the market. Millions of minks are raised in intensive farms, where the enclosures are often just big enough for each individual animal in order to optimize space and costs. According to the Fur-Free Alliance, it's estimated that around 100 million minks are bred each year solely for their fur, with over 50% of them coming from China. In industrial farms, the living conditions of minks are usually designed in a minimalist way to reduce costs and optimize fur production. The enclosures are often made of metal or wire mesh, with just enough space to house 1 or 2 minks. This limited space restricts their movement and doesn't replicate their natural habitat, preventing them from engaging in instinctual behaviors like climbing, digging, or hunting. These farms often stack the enclosures in long rows inside closed warehouses, tightly controlling temperature and lighting. The temperature in the enclosures is typically maintained between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, an ideal range for thick, shiny fur development, while the lighting is regulated to simulate the day-night cycle. The food provided to minks in industrial farming is designed to optimize fur growth. Their diet usually consists of a high-protein mix made from byproducts of the industrial sector. Some large farms even use special formulas to improve fur quality. This food is often delivered automatically through feeding systems, saving time and labor. But the result is simply the beautiful fur taken from their bodies. A 2020 study from the World Animal Protection Organization showed that over 80% of minks in industrial farms don't have the opportunity to express natural behaviors like climbing or hunting. With global profits estimated at $30 billion annually, the question is the value of beauty worth what happens behind the scenes? Leave a 1 if you oppose the use of mink fur in industry. The harvested mink fur is typically processed through steps such as bleaching, dyeing, and finishing to create luxury fashion items like coats, hats, gloves, and accessories. The value of mink fur usually depends on the length, smoothness, and color of the fur. In markets such as the United States, Europe, and China, mink fur can be sold for prices ranging from a few hundred to several thousand USD per piece, depending on the quality and craftsmanship. High-end mink fur products are typically valued between $1,000 and $5,000 each. These mink fur products are often considered symbols of wealth and status in the global luxury consumer culture. The mink farming model for fur harvesting is not the only model associated with this animal. Another model that has gained significant attention in recent years is the farming of mink for the production of civet coffee, a rare and expensive type of coffee. Civet coffee, also known as kopi luwak, is produced through a unique process in which the civet eats ripe coffee cherries and then digests the coffee beans, creating a distinct flavor. This model has become a thriving industry in Southeast Asian countries like Indonesia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The process begins when civets are raised in specialized farms, where they are fed fresh coffee cherries. After eating, the coffee beans are digested in the civet's stomach and then excreted as feces. The coffee beans, once harvested from the feces, are washed, dried, and processed using the standard coffee production methods. The theory behind this process is that digestion reduces the acidity and enhances the flavor, which is often described as less acidic with a mild sweetness, potentially including notes of chocolate, caramel, and spices. Civet coffee farms are typically designed to be semi-wild, with spacious environments that allow the civets to move freely and eat coffee cherries naturally. The civets are raised under strict health and diet controls to ensure the quality of the coffee. Typically, each civet can consume 1 to 2 kilograms of coffee cherries per day, and only a small portion of that is processed into high-quality civet coffee. Are you curious about the steps involved in making a cup of civet coffee? Leave a 0 in the comments if you don't want to continue watching. Once the coffee beans are harvested from civet feces, they undergo a thorough processing procedure before becoming the famous civet coffee. These coffee beans cannot be used immediately and need to be completely cleaned. First, the coffee beans are washed to remove any remaining impurities, including the fruit flesh and any dirt from the feces. After that, the beans are carefully dried to reduce moisture, which helps with preservation and facilitates the roasting process. Once the beans are dry, they are moved on to the roasting process, the most important step in creating the distinctive flavor of civet coffee. Coffee roasting experts closely control the temperature and roasting time, typically starting with a low temperature and gradually increasing it to ensure the beans do not burn, while still retaining their sweetness and characteristic flavor. The roasting process lasts from 12 to 18 minutes, depending on the size of the beans and the level of roast desired by the roaster. The flavor of civet coffee is often described as smooth, low in acidity, and with a blend of mild sweet notes, along with a hint of chocolate, caramel, and spices. After roasting, the coffee is ground and packaged, ready to be brought to the market. To enjoy civet coffee properly, brewing plays a crucial role, as this is the step that determines the distinctive flavor and refinement of this coffee. Save this video and try making it at home. First, you need to choose a suitable brewing method, the most popular being the fin, espresso machine, or pour-over. Civet coffee is recommended to be ground coarsely to retain the maximum natural flavor of the coffee beans. Grinding it too finely can lose the subtlety and the flavor. When brewing civet coffee, the coffee-to-water ratio is very important. The ideal ratio is about 1:15 to achieve a strong cup of coffee without being too overpowering. The water used for brewing also needs attention. It's best to use purified water with a temperature range of 90 to 96 degrees Celsius to avoid losing the coffee's flavor. If using a fin, you should place the coffee in the fin and pour water slowly, allowing the coffee to bloom evenly, which helps optimize the extraction of flavors. Another important factor is extraction time. Civet coffee needs to be brewed for about 3 to 4 minutes to allow the water enough time to blend with the coffee grounds, creating a rich, smooth flavor without being too bitter. After brewing, civet coffee typically has a shiny black color, a delicate aroma, with a mild sweetness and hints of chocolate and spices. It is easy to drink and not too harsh. To fully enjoy the flavor, you can drink the pure civet coffee or combine it with a bit of fresh milk to add creaminess, making the flavor even smoother and more refined.
Does this fully automated assembly line pique your interest? And here's how they package it. It saves space and money, and it is suitable for supermarkets, large restaurants, and small bakeries. This product line has a capacity ranging from 600 to 3,000 loaves per hour. Just looking at these nostalgic snacks makes me crave them already, haha. Even though these processes are fully automated, the artisans still keep a close eye on and discard any broken cookies. These crispy cookies won't waste your time when it comes to quick energy boosts. Have you ever indulged in a Jaffa cake? Every day, this factory churns out a whopping 60 tons of Jaffa cakes. That truly proves their production line is both efficient. There's nothing quite like cozying up on the sofa with a thin blanket and indulging in these delightful ice cream sticks on a chilly day. If you fancy this video, drop a 1 in the comments below. Is pizza your go-to favorite for every meal? Here's how they craft these perfect pizza crusts. This factory churns out frozen pizzas that are as enticing as their stellar packaging. Welcome to the egg flour factory. These fantastic eggs undergo some excellent processes to become what they are. The king cobra is the most dangerous venomous snake But look at this. The man is standing amidst a whole bunch of snakes, seemingly teasing them casually. Perhaps he's picking the finest serpents for his show. This factory churns out some delectable squid sausages that'll have anyone watching this video hooked. From crafting the filling to stuffing and steaming the sausages, it's quite a lengthy process. This fantastic hamburger meat processing line is perfect for small to medium-sized bakeries. The Bezerba VSIT automatic slicer comes equipped with a load-sensing conveyor belt. It has product stacking and board closing capabilities. Items can be sliced based on weight or thickness. Ideal for smoked meat and charcuterie. The FQJ2207 horizontal slicer has been the top seller for many years. It can slice horizontally, adjust thickness as needed, and even cut butterfly shapes. Perfect for chicken breasts, chicken legs, and other products. Welcome to this restaurant where we churn out 5 billion ribs a year in just 500 Pyong space. From fresh meat slabs to delicate slices, it's a cut above the rest. These rib pieces are beautified and marinated for about 3 days. They dice up the meat from those big old chunks, mix them with flour and eggs, and voila! A scrumptious yukjeon dish is born. Their sauce also pleases the crowds, and here's how they mix it up. It's a mesmerizing process, and the food looks downright delicious. In the next segment, the video showcases a conveyor belt for sandwich assembly. The meat slices are placed on trays in pairs and then transferred for further processing. Here's the latest specialized strawberry huller machine designed for leaf removal. It can also split and quarter the strawberries with ease. inside the gummy candy factory. These colorful candies are churned out entirely by these machinery lines. Do these cookies look familiar to you? Drop a 1 if you've ever enjoyed them. The compact line is the smallest automatic machine line for producing pita Lebanese bread. How has a premium chocolate factory been supplying restaurants for over 150 years? Githard Chocolate was founded in the California Gold Rush and has since been crafting premium chocolate for restaurants and consumers nationwide using some equipment that's over 60 years old. A breakfast with 2 slices of bread, an egg, and 2 sausages? That's a combo worth waking up for. This factory churns out 125,000 of these every day. And here's how they do it. These fantastic croissants no longer take up too much time for bakers, thanks to modern processing machines. Oh, look at those chocolate-covered croissants. It makes me want to take a big bite. Drop a 1 if you're feeling the same urge. With the KSB2 cabbage coring machine, you can core up to 600 cabbages per hour. The cored cabbages can then be efficiently processed with the CAP 68 cabbage cutting machine. The Grifa Automation Tray Packer, ATP, is a tray packing robot capable of packing trays at an astounding speed of 160 apples per minute. Fruits are scanned by cameras and oriented using the rotation of the fruit stem. After branching, fruits are directed to the correct position of the stem calyx. A multi-head gripping and placing system will place the fruits into paper trays. The fruits are handled with utmost care throughout the process. Tong Engineering's state-of-the-art optical sorting and washing line. Tong's box tipper feeds this high-capacity washing facility to transfer potatoes onto the 4-meter-long Tong barrel washer equipped with an integrated stone remover for gentle yet reliable cleaning. Potatoes are then polished in a fully rotating polishing machine with water recycling capability before being dried using Tong's foam dryer equipment with all electric direct drive motors on each shaft for optimal energy efficiency and easy maintenance. Unlock the full potential of your harvest with Alyssum sorting machines. They'll help you sort your produce in a jiffy and grow your business faster than ever. Freshly harvested oranges are placed on the conveyor belt. They undergo washing, drying, sorting, and packaging stages with the aim of delivering an amazing experience even to the most discerning customers. With a capacity of up to 18 tons per hour, this production line combines machinery with the skilled hands of humans to create remarkable products, contributing significantly to boosting the consumption of agricultural produce. The famous Osmania biscuits in India are crafted with old-school machinery that's anything but shiny. But that doesn't stop them from whipping up delicious and enticing cookies. Tomato sauce is a culinary essential. Have you ever witnessed the artisans crafting it? It's quite captivating to see those smooth, velvety jars of tomato sauce come to life and get packaged. Making such golden, crispy bread takes quite a bit of your time. Oh, you should consider yourself lucky to own this fantastic processing line. These gigantic pork chunks take a stroll through the advanced machinery line in the pork processing plant. These meaty blocks have undergone some marvelous processing steps and are swiftly packaged. Your breakfast will become convenient and speedy with these ready-to-eat sandwiches. Drop a 1 if you find this assembly line impressively efficient. peeling and coring a large quantity of avocados gently and efficiently. The convenient avocado line, partially automated, is your perfect solution. It helps your staff easily handle tasks, thus maximizing productivity per person. The operator manually places 30 eggs at a time into the loading tray using the provided stainless steel tray. The machine automatically picks up the eggs from the loading tray and moves them through an automatic cutting and shell breaking mechanism. Then the yolks and whites flow down a separating channel to separate the yolks from the whites. If you're digging our video, drop a comment with a 1. The Combi-Sort 4-lane sorter for sweet peppers in the Netherlands is a real pepper picker. Next up is the state-of-the-art onion processing line. The cherry packaging machine operates with precise, fully automated efficiency. But why put rice on top once it's already cooked? Can you explain the rationale behind that to me?